It's not a walkthrough, playthrough, review, anything like that. It's just me playing the game badly so you can see what it looks like. Guess what we're playing today then? Gran Turismo 2, bought for $29.99 from Computer Friendly. I don't remember where that shop was. I think actually it was in the Agora in Wolverton, Milton Keynes. Can't remember much about it. Comes on 2 discs, arcade mode and GT mode. And dig this. Please rub the disc label of the GT mode gently with your fingertips or a soft cloth to experience the authentic pit stop smell. Do not scratch the disc label. Okay, well, I've done that. I have gently rubbed that and had a good sniff, and you know what? It stinks. I don't know what pit stops are meant to smell like, but if they smell like that, I mean, was that the smell of rubber and oil? I don't know, it's pretty foul. Anyway, onwards. Here we go then. This, oh dear, that's loud. This is the GT disc. Whatever. Love the menus. Where Gran Turismo 1 just had the car manufacturers, this separates them into like East City. I think that's going to be like Japanese manufacturers. Yes, it is. And North City, is that going to be what's that going to be? European? No, British. Yay. Or European. Yes. That. See how great my... British and German. Okay. West. Is that going to be American? No. You can see how well I remember this then. A. And South. That's American then. Right. Yeah. So I mean they had to organise it somehow because they got more manufacturers. You got your machine testing there where you do, I guess, speed runs or whatever. I don't know. I can't remember. Car wash. That's why that black FTO of mine looked grubby the other day. Let's pick a car. I have my old game saves here. So, yeah, I've got a lot of cars. Whoops. Quite a lot of cars. Obviously, this being Gran Turismo 2, there is just plain more of everything. I'm just going to run through it so you can see what I've got. That sounds wrong. Yeah, I don't know what to drive, to be honest. Let's try that. Clio Sport. Yeah, we'll get into that. This is... something about the screen mode. That would be an interlace mode, which on a cathode ray tube would look really nice. But on here, it doesn't. It's a bit nasty. I can't remember. We got like loads of different events. You got all the... I'm just going... It's the nostalgia. It's like... It's for the... I remember that. So that's them. Yeah. And then we've got more of this stuff. And then that was like your big race there. And then after that you've got these where it makes a race, like kind of, well, I say randomly, it sort of gives you competitors that are supposedly on a par with your abilities or the abilities of your car or something. Dirt events, I suck at these. I really suck at these. I couldn't get on with any of these. I had a go at that Pikes Peak hill climb the other day in that Suzuki Escudo Pikes Peak special thing. My God, I was terrible. Endurance races. These, I love the endurance races. I find on later Gran Turismos now that they've just got ridiculous. I mean, a 24-hour race, I can't. I just can't. I know you can save it part way through and stuff, but it's just too bloody much. There you go. What are we going to have a go at then? Here we go. My feeling is this would look better on a cathode ray tube that could take advantage of interlace screen mode or something. I don't know. It just looks more chunky and blobby than I remember, but I might just be remembering it wrong. This was I like this circuit. It is tricky, especially in this car. Yes, I remember this car because it's one that is mid-engine, or yes, mid-engine, and it does like to overtake itself. You got that engine behind you, and you get that pendulum effect going on, and whoops, you spin out. Any excuse for it to spin, and it will do. It bobs at the front as well, which I think is great because it's realistic. Well, relatively. You've got the weight behind you, the front suspension ain't got much weight to hold it down, so it bobs about like Porsche 911. Of course I'd know about that because I'm always driving Porsche 911s, aren't I? Yeah. I had a go at this yesterday, and I drove the Fiat 600, which is as near as you can get to my car, the Fiat Seicento. And I was videoing it, and in the end I just had to ditch the whole thing because, just like my car, it was so slow I was left for dead by everyone, and it was embarrassing. And it just didn't make for entertaining viewing. Ooh, 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 ooh. Come on, come on. Keep on the road. Losing it. Oh, there they go. Outbraking everyone, that was always my thing. Though sometimes I'd outbrake myself. I am playing this with the D-pad and not analog controls. It's weird, I mean it's completely unrealistic to play a racing game with a D-pad. It's utterly unnatural, but I find sometimes I'm just better that way. Sitting there going tap, 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 instead of finding the right, how far to pull the stick across. And I never drive with a wheel. I'm rubbish with a wheel. Probably okay on an arcade game, but on a home console, for some reason, I just suck with a wheel. Maybe they're not calibrated right, something about them. I certainly know I've got a wheel for my PS2. No, 3, no, 2, whatever, and you floor the accelerator and it just doesn't floor. You're only giving it like 3/4 accelerator, even though you've got the pedal all the way down. It's just wrong. So I got annoyed by that and never used it again. Disappointing, really. We'll have a quick look at the replay just to see that it does a replay quite well. It's got that whole reflections on the cars thing. Though if I remember rightly, you have the reflections on the car in gameplay thing. That was like the visual upgrade of this game. They put the reflections on the cars as you played it. But it did mean that the backgrounds were super chunky, horrible, nasty, because they had to compromise somewhere. And they compromised in the background images, the clouds and other things. If I remember rightly, because I wasn't paying attention while I was playing it just now. We shall see. I'll skip out of it. Okay. I'm just sitting pushing buttons now. Because I can. Right, that'll do. Oh yes. Yes, see what I mean about the background? There, all that in the background is like uber chunky. If it's not a polygon model and it's just a drawn on background, it's way low res. But that was so they could put the reflections on the windscreens. I forgot to change gear. It's an American car, I thought it was automatic. What do you want? Oops. Brakes? That's what I want. I do like this circuit. It's something that I think is missing for a modern Gran Turismo. When did they last have it? Was it on 4? It was definitely on 3. It was lovely on 3. Oh yeah. Oopsie. Yeah, I love this. I used to know this so well. I knew exactly what gear to go into every corner at and all of that. Not so sure now. I think I can probably just about get away with it. Now, what is it to change the view? There we go. Just so you can see, they have the reflections on it. I can't drive like that. It is really skittish. Yeah, that's another thing I love. Using the other cars as a buffer. When you go around the corners, just slam into the other car and keep your foot on the accelerator or something. Yeah, it's funny how memory works, because I remember this being so much clearer and less pixelated than it is. But that's the way it would have been. It would have looked amazing because, well, I was used to playing Amiga games and to a lesser extent 32X, and texture mapped 3D was still new and impressive to my eyes. So that this was all pixelated really didn't matter. In fact, it was normal. It was what I expected. By looking at it now, it's kind of a little bit ropey, but it doesn't really matter that much because the way it plays is fantastic. You can see where you're going. The fact that the cars are just a few blobs of pixels in front of you when they're a bit of a distance away just doesn't matter. You know they're there, it's good enough. Oops. It's an impressionist painting of a racing game, but it's fine. I love it. Something about this circuit as well. It's that sunny day, driving through a city. I don't actually like the idea of driving through a city in real life, but I think driving through this city with this level of traffic would be great. I mean, it's traffic that I dislike. Give me an empty road and I'm happy. Oh, except when I fly into a wall. That would not be so good. Come on, come on, catch them, catch them. Oh, Jesus, I thought I was going to hit that. Get back. I don't want to be last. God. Block him. Oh, bollocks. Well, that was just close, but nah. Here we go. Pikes Peak hill climb in the Suzuki Escudo Pikes Peak special thing crazy mad car. I will lose. It's only me and one other guy, and he will beat me because I suck at this. As you can see, there he's about to go past me, surely. Yeah, there he goes. But he has a blue car and I have a red car, so I win because red is better than blue. Oops. This is a mental race. I never did this. I mean, I was never good at the off-road, the dirt stuff anyway. I sucked at it. And I still don't like rallying games to this day. I'm just no good at them. But this car is crazy. And it is novel just to have a hill climb stage or two. There's like the reverse hill climb on here where you're going down the hill. I'm crap at that as well. Oops. Oh dear. But it's crazy fast. I would say great view, but you can't actually see the... Oh dear. Oh dear. And unfortunately you can't fly off into the scenery, and that's a shame. That would be fun. I would kind of like to fly off the edge of this mountain, or whatever it is. I never got that. It's like even on Gran Turismo 6, on the rally bits, I can't do them. I'm terrible. But I have reached a point on that where I'm stuck on the whole game, or at least I can't progress. I can't get enough stars. I'm kind of stuck. But it is really good fun to come back to the earlier Gran Turismos and find that they are as much fun as I remember them. You lose. I hear that in a big voice on some fighting game. I can't remember which one it is. Here we go then. Trial Mountain in a Audi TT thing. I like Trial Mountain. Ooh. Oopsie. Well, this is... Oops. This car's a little more grippy than I was expecting, which is not a bad thing. I just got a slower start than I could have because I was being conservative in my driving. Oh, God. Oh. Come on. Yeah. As I conservatively threw it into a wall. It's a nice speedy thing though. We should catch these guys up. Unless I hurl it into another wall. And there is a good chance that I'll do that. Because it's me. Oh yeah. Past the Viper. On the left hand. No, that was a really bad song. Oh, past the TVR, I think. Past another TVR. And what is that in front of me? I'm not sure. Come on, come on. This TT is quite good. It's got to be said. I think that's a Griffith. Bugger off. I think there was a time I would have taken that corner in, oh God, fifth. Ass! And I probably would have had exactly the same result as I did just there. Fly off the track. Oops. Overcooked that. Oops. Oh dear. We've blown it again. At least they don't go whizzing off into the distance. They are all fairly bunched up, so you have a chance of catching them. And I like that. I don't like it when... Well, it certainly seems to happen on more modern versions. They all just whiz off into the distance, or they're spread out, and the first place guy is miles ahead, and you ain't got a hope in hell. God, I can't keep this thing... Oh... Come on, get past him. Oh dear. No, that's my position. You, oh Jesus. Damn it. Blown it. Totally blown it. Well, we're going to beat the Viper, but not much else. With a bit of practice I could win this. Oops. But practice oh crap. Oh Jesus. Alright, last. Bollocks. Shelby. That was bad. We need to see some of this. Look at those pixels. Just admire those super big chunky blocks of colour. But it just didn't matter back then, and it doesn't really matter that much now either, because yes, they're big blocky pixels, but they look great. I'm not sure about the scenery on this. I mean, some aspects of it have changed, and I'm not completely, not totally sure what they were trying to achieve. Like this one just looks muddier. But I don't know. Some tracks from Gran Turismo 1, some tracks on Gran Turismo 2 are improved and look nicer, and some not. But I think there's been a trade-off between definitely between the background and the cars. The cars look more gorgeous than ever, while the tracks, not sure. But it doesn't matter, because it's just like more of everything, and it's great. Let's bang out of that. Here we are then, on Tahiti Road, in a 1.3 Mini Coupe. Is it a Cooper? I don't know. It's a Mini. It's going to be slow. Hopefully these are going to be slow as well. Oh dear. Otherwise I ain't got a hope in hell. Yay. Minis are so cool. I mean, you got all your modern German-made BMW brand Minis, but then it's not the same. They've got the styling cues and everything about right, although they're getting uglier as they go along. But it's just not a Mini, because they're big, and the whole point of a Mini was it was small, and modern Minis are big fat bastards. My car is smaller and nippier and everything. Alright, they'd leave me for dead on a straight, and maybe going round a corner because mine would likely roll over. But I don't care. I like the old school Mini. I think they were fantastic, and it's such a shame they just don't make them anymore. But never mind. I like this circuit. Whoops. As I go piling into the barriers. I mean, there is a version of this circuit, isn't there, is it on Gran Turismo 5? It's definitely on Gran Turismo 4. But something about it is not really easily recognisable on modern Gran Turismos. Because you've got the extra detail, it looks different. And I find that sometimes I don't recognise the old circuits, even though they've been recreated. And my brain just says, don't know where this is. Bugger off! That's my piece of road. It's a very, very, very long time since I was ever in a proper Mini. I mean, I've never driven one. I was always a passenger, but I had friends who had them. And there was something just fantastic about them. The go-kart suspension. You know, they didn't soak up the bumps at all, but they were very direct. You knew what was going on under that car. And you could just throw it round corners. I remember being in Milton Keynes and getting a lift from, to and back from Wolverton, from New Bradwell. And we're going down the hill from Wolverton into New Bradwell, and halfway down the hill there's a roundabout. And the lad who's driving is doing about 40 mile an hour, maybe. And he's approaching it, and I'm thinking, well, is he going to brake then? Or are we going to crash? Well, he didn't brake, and we didn't crash. He just threw it around. And we flew round. I mean, I don't know if we were on two wheels, but it sure as hell felt like it. Get off me, you bastard. This is not yours to win. Yeah, he just threw the Mini round the roundabout without, never mind not braking, he didn't bloody slow down. He just like, whoosh, right round it. Scared the hell out of me. But it did it. You could do that in a Mini. We'll have a look at this and then call it a day. There are many, many other things that are worth showing here, like other cars and other circuits. There are so many. But we could be here all day. And maybe I will be after I finish recording. Yeah, coming back to this, I remember it being higher resolution, but I think that is just the rose-tinted spectacles. I think it always looked like this. Is there a thing on some areas with it? Perhaps interlace doesn't work on this TV the way it would on a cathode ray tube. Perhaps. Or also maybe something to do with it being it's on a PS3 running in PS1 mode. That will make an amount of difference. But whatever. This is Gran Turismo 2. It is fantastic. It's better than Gran Turismo 1 purely because you've got more of everything. The background scenery is more blocky, and that's like whatever, you're not looking at it, so it doesn't matter, whilst the cars look prettier and you are looking at them. So yeah, I think they got it right with this. As a step up from Gran Turismo 1, they absolutely got it bang on. That will do. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider clicking the thumbs up button. I upload videos daily, so go ahead and hit subscribe if you'd like to see more. To all those who've already subscribed, I'd just like to say a great big thank you.